Hey everybody, it's Cousin Shannon from Iowa. I'm getting ready to meal prep some of my husband's meals this week. Russ has been on a weight loss journey. He's lost over 70 pounds already. He is doing amazing. I'm not going to say it's all my cooking because I don't always cook that healthy, but we are doing meal preps every week for his lunches and his breakfast. I'm gonna make those viral egg bites that everybody's making with cottage cheese. We tried it first last week. It turned out really well. He loved them, so I'm gonna make those again. And then also for lunch, he just has hamburger with some goat cheese and some roasted vegetables with it, and that's all he's been eating for his lunches. So come along with me and I'm gonna show you how I do it. Alrighty, I've got a couple of things going on here. I have put a 13 by 9 inch pan about half filled with water down in the bottom of on the lower rack of the oven. This is going to help with the egg bites. It's supposed to make them not as rubbery and tough. So I've got that going. I'm going to start the oven on 350. And then in this pan, one thing I'm doing that I didn't see on the videos all that I watched, I am making sausage, onion, and bell pepper and some jalapeno that I'm going to put in the cups as well as some feta cheese and some spinach. So mine has a little extra stuff in it, but it still turned out really good last week. Russ really liked them. So I'm going to start the pan heating up here. I have a couple of hacks that I use when I make this, because this is a breakfast dish. I'm just going to use a little bit of bacon fat. That way I don't have to, I know I'm cheating, I don't have to get the whole house smelling like fried bacon and get grease everywhere. This will still get a little grease in the kitchen, but that'll give it that bacony flavor. And then at the end, I'm also going to add some bacon pieces that you get at on the salad aisle. And then I just have some regular pork breakfast sausage. So what Russ has been doing to lose all of his weight is he either eats what I meal prep, or if he wants to save that for supper and I don't feel like cooking, he can eat it for supper or for lunch. If he's not eating what I prep him for lunch, then he's eating salad and grilled chicken. He just buys a bagged salad at Walmart, those mixes like the Southwest or whatever, and he uses that and then some grilled chicken breast, and that's all he has for lunch. So I guess he's doing maybe ketovore is what you would call it. Some of it's carnivore, some of it's keto. When we go out to eat, he usually orders the salad. Like whatever salad comes with grilled chicken. Sometimes he'll have steak. Go to the Mexican restaurants and get fajitas and just don't have the shells with it. You want to break up the sausage down to small pieces, kind of like taco meat, because you're going to divide it up into 12 muffin tins. So you want small pieces. We're going to break this down some more as we cook it. If you don't have one of these, I got this from Pampered Chef, but Walmart sells them. These are awesome for chopping up hamburger. It'll even, if it's frozen, it helps with that if you're trying to cook some meat that might not all the way be thawed. It breaks through anything. It chops things up, makes the small pieces like you want for tacos. Breaks up veggies. So while we're browning that, I've also got some red onions, some mixed bell peppers. These are just the mini ones. I chopped up 3 different colors. And then a jalapeno that I finely diced up. Just going to put that in to cook with the sausage. So I'm just going to let this brown, and I'm going to let the veggies tender up, and when that's done we'll come back and I'll show you how to put the egg mixture together. So I've been browning this and I got all the pink gone. That's what you're looking for. You don't want any pink in it. And you see how fine it is? I broke it down kind of like taco meat, and now I am going to show you what we do to the egg mixture. Now we're going to make the egg mixture for the egg cups or egg bites. And all the recipes that I watched online, all these viral videos that are going around, they use a cup of cottage cheese and then some spinach and like 8 eggs. I am using extra large, the jumbo muffin cups. So they're a little bigger than regular muffin cups. You want to make sure you either have a non-stick muffin cup or a very good, in good condition muffin cup, or else your egg bites are going to stick. And what I'm going to do is spray the egg cups. You could use silicone baking cups in here. But mine came out just fine last week, just spraying the pan. I've got the oven going at 350 with that 9x13 half full of water in there to keep steam in the oven. Now, I put a cup of cottage cheese in there, but to do those big muffin cups, that wasn't enough last week. So I added another 3 maybe eggs to get them all full. So I've got the cottage cheese. I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in there. I think a couple of them I saw put oregano. I'm just putting all kinds of Italian seasoning. Russ really loves pepper, so I'm going to put quite a bit of pepper if I can get it out. I don't want to dump it, but I want there to be enough. Now remember, this is getting divided by 12 cups, so. And then some garlic. The cheeses we use has enough salt, so I'm not going to add any salt. I'm doing it in a food processor, but you could use a blender just the same. And then I'm going to add 10 eggs for now. If we need some more, I'll just mix up a little bit more cottage cheese and egg. But we'll see if this will get us through. I just know 8 was not enough. And you want this to go until it's smooth. And it looks like all the cottage cheese is broken down into a smooth mixture. It's pretty runny. It's not supposed to be thick. Like, it's a liquid. That looks pretty good. So we're gonna go on to the next part. So I just have some bagged baby spinach that I got at Walmart. Every store sells it, I'm sure. We're going to chop it up pretty fine. And again, it's going to be divided up into 12 cups. It looks like a lot of spinach, but it's really not. Because it is fresh spinach, not cooked spinach. So it's going to cook down a little bit as it bakes in the oven. I'm not a professional chopper, as you can see. That's why you don't usually see me chopping up vegetables. I usually have them already done when I make my videos. I guess I should let you see me do it because I'm not a great one. I've watched videos, I've watched Chef Ramsay. I should be able to do it, but just not. I don't know how to move my fingers right. I'd probably chop my finger off if I tried to do it real quick. My cousin Tim, you've seen him on a lot of videos. He's on a cruise this week. Must be nice. I don't know that I'll ever get my husband on a boat. So I just take just a little pinch of spinach and put it in each cup. We want to get it mixed evenly between all 12. And I'm just putting it in the bottom of the muffin tin. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get some in all of them. So after it was chopped up, that was maybe about a cup of spinach. And it's just covers up the bottom of the muffin tin. Guess I should have a light on in here, huh? Man, maybe you can see now. There you go. Make sure I got some in all of them. All right. Then after that, I'm going to go over to the stove and put the meat mixture in here, and I'm just going to use a cookie scoop. I think this is the large one, like 3 tablespoons that you can get off Pampered Chef. I'm going to go over and do that, and then I'll bring them back over. So I filled these all. I put about a scoop and a half of the meat mixture in here. And now we'll see how well we did with the egg mixture this time. So you just want to put enough in there to fill up the cup. Maybe about 1/4 of an inch from the top. Oh, look at that. I needed probably 1 more egg. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna stress about it, that's for sure. Some of them that look a little more full, I'm gonna just move those over. It might just be a baby egg bite, but I'm not gonna get too worried about it. It's not perfect. There we go. So yeah, I did the jumbo cups, a pound of sausage, some onions, some bell peppers, some jalapeno, put spinach in the bottom, and then the last thing we're gonna do is use some feta cheese. I haven't ever really cooked with feta cheese. I've used it in salads and stuff, but the couple of videos I watched put feta cheese in it, and Russ really liked it, so that's what we're going with. So we're just gonna crumble up some feta cheese on top, maybe just a teaspoon in each one, not a whole lot, because it's already got the cottage cheese in there. These are high protein. I don't know the exact amounts. I'll find out and put them in the comments if you want to check that out later. Hope that you guys are liking our videos and leaving us comments to tell us what we're doing right or wrong or whatever. Make sure to share our videos with your friends so others will watch. We're not professional cooks, we know that. Not everything's perfect. We're just having fun, showing each other new recipes and sharing with each other. Don't be afraid to try new things. Get on YouTube like this channel and other channels and watch other people cook and just try it. And then add to it what you like, what you don't like, take out. Just experiment and have fun with your recipes. Like I said, none of the ones I watched had the sausage in it, but I'm sure there's other videos out like it. I'm just going to finish up this cheese because that's all that's left. And all of this is, the eggs are going to puff up and all of this stuff is going to kind of get in the middle and get gooey in the middle. There we go. Kind of messy, but like I said, it's not got to be perfect. You're just cooking for yourself, not trying to impress anybody. Russ likes them, that's what's important, and it's helping him on his health journey. So these are going to go in the oven for, I'm going to check them in about 25 minutes, but what you're looking for, they're going to start to puff up out of the cup, and they're also going to turn a golden brown. So when it gets to that point, it might be 25 to 30 minutes. I'll keep checking until they're done, but it's 350 with a 9x13 pan in the bottom with some water in it. Here's the muffins after I took them out of the oven. See how they're kind of golden brown on top and puffed up out of the shell. So that's what you're looking for. These baked about 35 minutes, 33 to 35 minutes. So as they cool down, they're going to settle down in there. And when they're cool enough to handle, that's when you'll take them out of the pan. Now you can see how the stuff has sunk down in there and it's cool to the touch. It's still warm, but they pop right out. Well, all of them but one. So I'm gonna take these after they cool off completely and put them into two each in a Ziploc bag, and then Russ will just eat 2 a day for his breakfast. But there's our little egg bites. Next we're gonna make his lunch suppers. And that's just going to be ground beef with some taco seasoning, because that's what he likes, with some goat cheese mixed in. And then I'm going to roast some vegetables. It's going to be sweet potatoes, squash, peppers, and onions. This is the roasted vegetables that we're going to roast. I have the oven going at 375. I've got some onions, some bell pepper, some squash cut up in here, and quite a few sweet potatoes. It's mostly sweet potatoes. And what I'm going to do is roast them for about 30-35 minutes, and then I'm going to put it on broil and let it crisp the top of them, so you get that little bit of charred taste. Before I put them in the oven, I am going to drizzle them with some olive oil and put some salt, pepper, and garlic and some Southwest seasoning on there. And then about halfway through the roasting, I'm going to flip them over and roast them some more. So here's the roasted vegetables, and here is the hamburger. I had a little bit of the sausage mixture left over from the egg bites, so I threw that in there too, so he's got a little extra in there. I've just seasoned this with salt, pepper, garlic, and taco seasoning, and then I'm gonna put these all in containers for him to take to work. And I'm going to put some goat cheese on top of the hamburger mixture. I'll show you before I put it in the fridge. Here's the finished product. I got the hamburger. It's about a ½ pound of a hamburger, or less than that since the grease rendered down. But ½ pound of hamburger in each container, half of a small thing of goat cheese in each container, 2 of them are just plain goat cheese and 2 of them are garlic and herb that he's going to try this time. And then I've got 4 containers with the vegetables. He heats them up separately because they kind of heat up at different temperatures. And then they are going to be his meals for the next 4 days, either lunch or dinner, depending on what he wants to do. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It will help us out. Comment, let us know how you guys are doing your dinners and your lunches. Tell us if you got any weight loss stories or anything like that. I will try to get Russ to put his pictures up of before and after. He's lost about 70 pounds. Right now he doesn't want anybody to see him, so I'll work on that. You guys have a good day and God bless.